Hi, everyone. This is Val with Dragonfly Crystals with my beautiful and wonderful co-host, Aley, or Alice of Heart and Soul Connected. And she's going to give me questions, and I will, they will be asked of the Akashic Record Masters, and we'll see what they say. But this is Explore the Akash, a show developed by Alice. And this is kind of a time where we ask questions of the multiverse, of the universe, of spiritual questions and questions that Aley has put together. So all of you in the chat are welcome to put some questions of the universe in. We may or may not get to them, but you're welcome to do so. And today is not about personal questions or anything to do with that. We're asking universally for everyone those spiritual questions or questions of the universe that we've wondered about. So thank you all for joining us. And, we have, oh goodness, we have Bernadette and Lottie, Warrior Widow, Edward, Terry. You guys, thanks for getting up for me. It's early, 11 in the morning. This one early.
Yeah, I'm actually the same way. I don't like to do anything before at least 11 or 12.
Yeah, this is my, anything before that is like I'm in bed sleeping. No,
that's right. That's right.
So I'll take it away, Aley.
All right. So yes, absolutely. If you have any questions for the collective, not personal questions today, please put them in, and know that Val will do your record reading for you. She takes appointments for all kinds of things that she does, and so do I. So let us know how we can help you. And every other week we come back, and this week is Val's questions. And in 2 weeks, it will be back on my channel with Val asking me questions. So Thank you, Val. And it's always a pleasure working with you, my friend. Yes.
It's a pleasure for me as well.
All right. So let's go ahead and begin with kind of some of these questions are, I don't know why I picked them out of the sky, but some of them are just needed to be answered. And so the Akashic Records Masters, we know that there have been many situations in what they call the Bermuda Triangle. And most of them are older situations, let's put it that way, where ships have been lost, planes have been lost. I haven't heard of any recently, but what happened or what happens in the Bermuda Triangle?
In the waters in that area, there are energy transmitting and receiving equipment, what shall we say, technologies that create different dimensional spaces, which can, we'll say, disturb the airs as people, as planes are flying through, or boats, or anything passes through that area. It can create a distortion in the field where someone goes from one dimension to another and they disappear from this space. This will be uncovered and discovered. This is not the only place in the world where this technology exists. And there are places where there are no-fly zones. But for this purpose, this is the answer for the Devil's Triangle, so-called.
Yes, so it appears that perhaps they have re-engineered a flight path to stay away from that area. Thank you. Akashic Records Masters. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Thank you. We're giving the Akashic Records Masters some questions coming from Val as the conduit. So I want to just explain what this is to folks who don't know Akashic Records Masters, and then I want to ask you a question about it. There is such a thing as the Mandela effect, and the Mandela effect is distortion in the truth is the best way to explain it. And for instance, there are some people who thought that Nelson Mandela was dead when he was in jail for many years, and they were surprised to see him back. That's where the name comes from. So Akashic Records Masters, why is the Mandela effect occurring in the memory of many people? Is it a parallel universe or a time slip that has created this?
As you are in the body of the main tree of your life, and different choices are made as a collective, as a whole, and we are flowing into another avenue of choice that could be said to be a different timeline. And in that timeline, Nelson Mandela is alive, was alive at that time.
Okay.
And so there are people who can jump timelines without even realizing it on their own, outside of the collective consciousness. But there are many, in fact, the vast majority, that as the mass consciousness chooses, that is the reality you see in front of you. So that is why maintaining a choice in your mind of the timeline and seeing it as already so is so powerful for many people. Will find that becomes their reality. In fact, that is when they attract that particular reality to them, reality being timeline. And in fact, truth is relative to each timeline. So to say that what is true and what is not true, it is just what is in your awareness in that particular timeline. And the beings that do remember something different or feel something odd are reaching into that multidimensional area of knowing what has been, what is, and what can be all at one time, the different timeline creations that they have been through, that they have maintained and switched and changed. All of this creates a random flow of feeling something isn't right, or something shifted, or something changed, a deja vu, a whatever you want to say. The reality is very fluid. And as time goes by, it becomes more fluid in this way during this timing of Earth. And so many of you may feel those things occurring within your own lives now.
Wow. Thank you, Akashic Records Masters. But can we jump back? Can we go back and forward and back in timelines?
You can, but you will always go to what is your highest good and what is your choice. You will go to what is your deepest heart's desire and what you see as your reality. And it will be magnetized to you, and that will become your reality. That's you entering a different timeline. For just having the will and desire for 5 minutes does not make you jump into a timeline. It has to be a soul choice. It has to be a choice of the higher good for yourself on your soul's path. And so that is what triggers
It isn't just a random experiment. It's something that you need for your soul's growth. Yes.
Correct.
Wow. Thank you, Akashic Records Masters. That's fascinating. I love that. Thank you. We do have a question from the chat. In general, who guards each person's records, and why do the records need to be guarded?
The records are not guarded per se.
Okay.
The records are open to everyone who has who has committed to receiving the information of the highest truth in a way that does no harm to themselves or to others. And so people read the records daily. The records are the Akasha, the field of infinite possibilities. The source energy resides within those records. That indefinable energy is source energy. You would access the records in a way in which they would not mean much to you if you did not have your guides and angels assist you, or those who keep the records. You could think of Akashic Record Masters as record keepers. It is an energy form that resides within the records as sort of the librarian that you might go to and say, let me see the book on blah, blah, blah. This is you accessing the records in a way in which it is uniform. They are not guarded like you're going to get kicked out. It is your own energy resonance that stops you from entering the library or accessing. If you have a pure heart and are accessing the records for someone's highest good, and they have asked you to do so, you will go deep into the records and information will be presented to you that is helpful to that client, to that person, or to you. And this is how the records work. There is no guarding in per se with watchdogs. It is an energetic frequency and resonance.
Okay. Does this further clarification, are they guarded from bad entities?
The records reside in an area of high vibration, and only those who are in sync with that frequency can access those deeper records. And this is not to say that those who have intuition or psychic ability don't pick up on the records. They do, but they're never going to get the deeper levels of the records without the permission of the person, without the guides and angels assisting them to go deeper. For the records are multi-layered. Many things have yet to be discovered about what the records are and what they can do for humanity. And so there are no dark entities, as it was said, anywhere. And the truth is, there is only light. Whether someone is being a dark entity, as it is said here, or not, they are the light. And so it's hard to wrap your mind around it, but the truth is, there is only light.
There is only light. And that's why the Akashic Records Masters do not preach or talk about negative things as well. So beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. And Bernadette, thank you for the question. So let's see. Let's go into something else here. What is the soul's purpose? in global challenges, i.e. war or the climate change or health issues, what is the sole purpose for us here to have to endure these actually over and over again?
It is to realize you are not enduring it. The soul's purpose is to know thyself as an infinite being, as a sovereign being. The soul's purpose is to realize that this stage, this earth school, as it were, is designed to create a masterful play in which you discover, if I do this, this happens. If I do that, look at what happens over here. The connectedness of all things, the strands and strings that pull everything together, to realize that everyone in your dream is you, to realize that as you move through life in a flow of a divine will and allowing divine will, relaxing into that, all troubles cease. For there is only the flow and there is only light. And so it is not the struggle, it is the letting go and allowing the flow. That is the way to realize and discover yourself in the clear, calm pond.
Oh, that's beautiful, Akashic Records Masters. Thank you for sharing that. That offers such a beautiful, broad view of reasoning. So, can you tell us, Akashic Records Masters, what spiritual abilities still lie untapped or dormant that would help us in our humanity?
The ability to know your fellow man's mind through telepathy is coming online. The ability to realize that everyone has an innate desire for the good of mankind. It may not be in the same way that you have always viewed it should be handled, but in their own way, distorted or not, they also wish for the best. So there are measures of control within that, and that control distorts the reality. So it is about realizing that humanity is a mirror to each other. Humanity is that sense of self in the mirror, and that the distortion is not you. You are the clarity. You are the sovereign being. That is what this is all about. But to understand the contrast, the difference between bliss and the other side of the coin is why Earth School is so revered, because it is so clear here, and yet the density has held us in such a hold that it takes a great deal of pulling out of the drama to realize what is so, what is actually true. And it is not the drama that one thinks is their story.
That's beautiful. Will moving into the ascension energies and moving up to 5D, open the door for some of these abilities to come through.
Yes, when you are in the fifth dimensional energies as a whole, more and more people, there are many of you already in that frequency. And as more and more of you join together in this frequency bandwidth, you will find more of your pathways opening up, not just to telepathy, but to being able to see the different timelines, see the different everything that you want to bring forward. It is all something that you will be in the fifth dimensional frequency, but you will still, at this time, there is a energetic separation happening between third density and fifth density. And it is this that you can still look at what is happening in 3D and in those timelines, in all that jumping between this reality and that. You're going to feel different things, but you're also going to have the ability to bilocate. You're going to have the ability to realize yourself in multiple ways, not just being in the body, but being out of the body, in your soul light body vehicle.
That's exciting news. Thank you, Akashic Records Masters. I think we all needed to have something that was uplifting to hear was coming our way. So thank you so much. Mm-hmm. There is supposedly a 7-mile long UFO, UAD, whatever it is, heading our way that is supposed to be here before November of this year. Is this just a fear tactic? Is this a hoax, or is this something that's really occurring in this time frame?
This is not occurring in this time frame.
Okay.
There are many out there that are creating a false narrative. And the fact is that this is not going to happen in terms of contact for several more years. And at this timing, that this is what is so. Just know that nothing's going to show up in your skies that is an overwhelming sight. This is not going to be the revelation of beings who are us showing up. Mm-hmm. They are already here. And are they out in front of everyone? No, they're not. And therefore, this will continue in this manner, in a very quiet and calm way, not in a very big show of ships in the sky.
It appeared to be more of a fear-based idea, so it did not resonate, but I just thank you for letting us know. I agree with you, Akashic Records Masters, that they would not present themselves in such a volatile way. So thank you for that. We appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Solar storms are really wreaking havoc on the planet, more so than I have been personally aware of in the last few years. What is the purpose here? What is the reasoning behind the solar storms that are occurring on our sun?
These solar storms and the photons, all of this light that is carried through to Earth is very positive in the changes that it will make. The sun, your sun, is not just a sun that brings you warmth. The sun is a live being, a live entity. It is progressing. It is transcending where it has been. And as this life-giving energy of who we are, as our symbolic selves in the sky, that bright ball of light that we are, it has always been there assisting us. And as it shoots off solar flares, this information that it is providing as solar flares come into Earth is more than what you see in codes of light, in energy streams and strands. Releasing onto the Earth now is creating a vast awakening. It may seem like it's slow, but actually, in terms of where we were even 5 years ago, we have made huge progress. And this is humanity's evolution. And the sun is helping. The sun is that divine source being that we all are. And so it is assisting us.
Wow. Well, that's beautiful. And so that actually puts me into a couple of questions about the illusion of linear time. Will we be moving from the illusion of linear time?
Yes, in the fifth dimensional frequencies, there is no linear time. Time is an illusion, and many of you have had the time glitches occurring in your lives to show you. You've had the bilocation situations occur in your households and with people you love, and you've realized you're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh, Akashic Records Masters, you're so much fun. Thank you. Thank you. We're not Toto either. So what is the true nature of time from a soul's perspective? It seems if we had not invented a way to measure time, that we would be much happier.
Time is a construct of this 3D Earth School, because to have a learning environment where you have a lot of data coming in and trying to sort through that data and understand what it is you're trying to learn would be very difficult without the separation of space and time, giving you definite past, present, future, and hours in a day. This is to look back at, to look at the now, and to look forward in a way in which you can make sense out of everything. Because when you are a multidimensional aspect of source, you have no sense of anything. No space, no time, no anything. It is the eternal now moment. And in the eternal now, you're never going to have that Earth School experience of right, wrong, good, bad, left, right, up, down. It's just an everything, everywhere, all at once.
Right, right. Perfect. Because so if we all could just shift ourselves from time scarcity into soul alignment, that all is happening simultaneously, it would benefit the soul to do such. Is that correct?
Yes, but at the same time that one is achieving union and one is in the samadhi of the now, one still needs to connect to the earth and connect to what is going on energetically, because that is the divine journey. So it's not to say to check out and just to go into this blissful state of divine union. It's to have divine union and stay in the connectedness and have you are this, but you are still here.
Right.
This is the surpassing anything that humanity has ever achieved. This is the union of source on earth with your earthly material world. As above, so below. You have brought this forward, and it is a new experience to achieve this while embodied.
Wow. That's beautiful. All right. How does our individual roles on the earth contribute to the upgrade we can make as a collective?
Each soul, each individuated aspect of divine source has a mission, has their soul path. And in the fabric of the cosmos, this creative force of all the individuated sparks of God coming together in this earth venue, weaving together an elevated creation, is shifting the multiverse. As we are creating this on earth, things are shifting in the cosmos. So it is like a machine, like an energy force, creating new existence, creating new pathways, creating new ideas, creating new avenues of connection, and realizing who you are. The light on the earth has risen tremendously now and out into the multiverse. And as we said, as above, so below, it goes both ways. What is happening in the underworld, shall we call it, is happening in the cosmos, because it is the way of the multiverse.
Sure.
And this is an elevation of energy for everything in the multiverse, for everything in this creation that is divine source, all that is.
Wow. Beautiful. Is there any way we can assist others in recognizing their importance of their own roles in the divine blueprint?
As you are going forward in life, you are already doing this. As you mirror back someone's divinity by your own actions, by your own words, by your kindness, by your inclusiveness, by your desire for someone to see their own soul's light, to realize who they truly are and walk in the light of that powerful energy that they are. This is your calling. This is your purpose. This is why humanity is being uplifted now, as many of you have paved the way by your own unique offerings, whether that is sitting in your own meditation room every day, sending light out to the world, or whether you are sitting with a client and you are reading their Akashic records. The light and information brought in is that vortex of energy that creates the shift in their life and in humanity. As it ripples out into the ethers, everything shifts. Everyone taps in. It enlightens the world and enlightens the multiverse.
Oh, that's beautiful. It sounds like you're saying that there are no small acts. Everything is in divine order. Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, Akashic Records Masters. A question from the chat. Quantum jumping to shift timelines is wonderful. Is there anything to do to prepare us to do this, such as calling in angels or guides?
As we've talked about before, shifting timelines is not just your will. Shifting timelines is about your heart's desire, your soul's path. And if your soul's path is to be one that assists humanity to jump timelines, then you are well and fully capable of doing so. Calling in all of the highest light and vibrational entities to assist you is certainly something that would benefit you in raising the vibration up to the level in which it would take to shift monumentally. But know this, those who do not resonate with that will not be shifting with you into those other timelines. Whatever your creation is, everyone has their divine path. So therefore, you are not going to assert your will over everyone else. And they will be in the timeline they are meant to be in, and whatever is happening for them is their path.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So there is a vibrational scale that Dr. David Hawkins created before his passing. And it goes from 0 to 1,000, and 1,000 being enlightenment. And it sometimes can move up and down due to what's going on with the person. But how many people on the earth currently vibrate at approximately 1,000? Do we have very many at the highest level?
There are beings coming down from, we'll say, the higher dimensional states of being, ascended masters coming upon our planet now to assist everyone. This is happening right now. Are there souls that are living on the earth now in full enlightenment? Very few in full enlightenment. Those who have transcended, like Baba Ji, transcended the earthly realm but still live on earth. There are that maybe 1,000, we'll say 1,000 in that way, but it's not accurate, because what's happening is more of the higher beings are on the earth now, shaping things, shifting things for everyone who is ready, and not in a way in which they are affecting the earth and what's happening, but in affecting who they are guiding, who needs the wisdom, who needs to tap into the energy that can help them make the leap into a higher consciousness. This is what's happening on the planet now, as a non-interfering way, but yet available for those who need that higher frequency boost, that tapping in. They are here now, and you may call upon them. Humanity is in various stages of remembering. Although they aren't in the full enlightenment, there are many who are more than 80% of the way there. And it's that last part that is very, we'll say, intense. And so the shift is going to be more like a flash of enlightenment that will happen as a crescendo effect. And this will be, as people shift to the fifth dimensional frequencies, they will find themselves in that flash of light.
Wow. Thank you, Akashic Records Masters. That's wonderful. In the in-between lives, where the life review of the soul is given to the soul, can these souls feel the pains that they inflicted on others in the lifetimes that they review, if there was pain inflicted?
During a life review, one experiences the heartache of pain they caused. It isn't that they experience the exact same pain, but they are in a stage of remembrance that when they know they caused pain to another, they are causing pain to themselves. This is the true meaning of this. And as their life review goes past, they feel the relevant feelings of each instance where they have hurt someone in some way, shape, or form, whether they know it or not, from that lifetime that they spent. And therefore, they gain the wisdom and understanding of their consequences, their actions cause within others, and the power of their presence in a way in which that in the next lifetimes that they have, if they so choose, they will be a more moderately chosen energy to bring an elevated sense of love to humanity. And this is the way it is meant to be as we traverse the in-between.
Beautiful. So whose decision ultimately is the judge of one's lifetime? Is it the soul's judgment or another force who judges the lifetime that just occurred?
There is no judgment.
Okay.
When you are having your life review, you are simply in the situation as it passes by, absorbing everything and feeling it. And as you do, it is the wisdom your soul captures, the wisdom that goes to your soul. That is not a judgment. That is you feeling what it felt like from all the sides, for everyone is you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Beautiful.
so there is no judgment upon you. It is you bringing wisdom to your soul. And as you evolve, as your soul grows, you will create lifetimes where you do not bring that pain, where you create light, where you are loving a loving being. And this will be your choice. And this is the evolution of the soul learning. It is not about judgment. It's about what is the difference between bliss and the other side of bliss. And why do you choose to be in that blissful state? You must know the other side of the coin.
Wow. Fabulous. Thank you, Akashic Records Masters. Question from the chat. Is it accurate to say that our own presence is the best path to our awakening more fully to divine reality, or is something else of more importance? I can read that again if you need me to, Akashic Records Masters.
Yes, please read
Okay.
it.
Okay. Is it accurate to say that our own presence is the best path to our awakening, or is it something else of more importance than our own path?
In terms of you going within and seeking the kingdom of heaven that is within you for your heart, that connection, that gateway to all that is, that divine source energy that you are, that opens up that dimensional frequency to release you from third dimensional constructs of what reality is meant to confine you to. You are then expanding into your awareness of the all that is. This, in fact, is your presence. This, in fact, is who you are. So seeking within is the quickest way to realizing who you are.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Thank you so much. Again, from the chat, why do souls come to Earth School again and again? Is it because there is no choice, or is the matrix construct real?
There is always a choice. And after being in the higher realms, a soul feels the need to stretch and grow. And many times it is to come into the Earth School environment to stretch and grow, and maybe to assist others. So the Earth School environment is, in a form, you could call it a holographic universe, because what you, in your mind, what you see as your reality is creating your next moment in reality. So if you are seeing yourself going to a movie and sitting in a movie theater and you're enjoying the movie tremendously, within a day or two or a short amount of time, you're going to find yourself in a movie because somebody's going to call you and say, let's go to the movies. This creates your reality. This is you, and everything on your screen in your matrix is your created reality. Who you draw in, who you have around you, all the beings that are there for you are the beings that are created for your reality. Everyone has their own unique reality within the construct, within their own construct. And so it is best to not see yourself as part of the machinery and to realize you are a separated, individuated spark of God that has chosen to be in this to break free from your constraints of the third dimensional reality. That is the game.
Absolutely. Wow. Whew. Some good wisdom coming through today with these Akashic Records Master Questions. Thank you. How can one deepen their soul connection with trust in the unseen that might allow them to grow?
As you connect to that inner state of being one with everything, the all that is, and you realize that everything is you, then you release the fear that anything can harm you because everything is you. There is only light, and that what you see as and think of entities, darkness, or of that ilk is simply parts of yourself that are waiting to be loved and waiting for the light. And as you love yourself and love sinking into that energy of that blissful state of being one with all that is, there is only light. That is the truth of reality. And that there is nothing that will harm you. You are an eternal being here to experience that while you are embodied. And that is the game.
It's the game. Ooh-wee. It appears to be easier than we think it is, Akashic Records Masters. Are we making things too difficult for ourselves on our spiritual path?
To make it too difficult for yourself, dear ones, is something that we have seen for eons of time, being that as you are trapped in the drama, as you are trapped, let me repeat this, as you are trapped in the drama of third dimensional existence, life, the reality of life is going by without you because you're in the drama. Mm-hmm. You are encapsulated in a story, but yet you are not the story. Mm-hmm. Pull yourself out of that and stand in your multidimensional self, your sovereign beingness, for the story is trapping you, the drama. What we mean by this is when you go to the store and something irritates you as you're walking down the aisle and maybe somebody bumps into you, just smile and let that feeling that somebody wronged you, let it just slide through and go away and dissipate, because that's not you. That would be a trigger to create drama. Mm-hmm. As you stand in line at the store and somebody comes up in front of you and stands like they've been there forever, but they jump the line, don't get irritated like someone is trying to usurp your power, because in the big picture of life, they are you. Mm-hmm. This is not to say that you would let reality tell you who you are. No, you know who you are. Mm-hmm. You will stand in a beautiful energy of who you are. This is you being your light. And when you are disengaged from the drama or the triggers, the things that affect your mood, the things that affect how you feel about yourself, those ego voices that tell you one thing or another that make you feel down, that is all third dimensional drama pulling you in. You are not these things. And when you pull away from all of that and you realize none of that matters, it was just a construct to create drama so that you would feel the yin and the yang, the right, the wrong, the good, the bad. Oh, there is only the middle point, the neutral, that feeling of euphoria and oneness with all that is. That is the avenue to enlightenment.
Beautiful. Wow. There are some people who are unable to forgive or forget. There are some things that happen in life, such as heartbreak, that have a hold, some kind of a hold over the individual soul. Is there any way that that can be broken through? Or is this something that is maybe one of the soul lessons that this individual came in to experience?
When someone comes in to experience heartbreak, the design feature of experiencing heartbreak is to love yourself and to break through that part of you that feels unlovable. Because when you love yourself, you will attract experiences that mirror the love. And so when you came in with that experience, that is your trigger to learn to love yourself. And that is why you design that experience. You are not that experience. And in fact, your soul isn't wounded from it. That is you in your will. That is you in your ego wounded. The ego is wounded because they feel less than, and the ego is going to react. That is not the whole of you and your soul. Let's be clear on this. Those are designed features in your early lifetime where you are learning to love yourself. These are fairly standard in life where you have your heart wounded and where stepping into forgiveness of yourself as an earthly concept, forgiving yourself for even bringing the lesson for yourself, forgiving others for playing the role that they played to facilitate your awakening to your own love. This is the mechanism of freeing yourself from this experience. Thank them with the deepest, deepest part of your heart for having played that role so beautifully, to let you awaken to your own light, to your own beauty. This is the fabulous, beautiful method that we have given ourselves to open up to what is within us. So,
wow. That's really beautiful. Thank you, Akashic Records Masters. Finally, we're almost near the end here, so I have one more question for you today, Akashic Records Masters. How could we align technology with spiritual values to create a more harmonious future? Are there any, such as AI and so forth?
it is about your consciousness. What you are putting in is what you will get out. If you are approaching technology with the way in which it can help humanity in a love-filled way, in a way that is inclusive, in a way that it is a helpful thing to everyone, then that is what you will get back. If you are speaking to AI as someone who is a sovereign being and you are seeking greater wisdom, then that is what you will get back. So this is a reality of truth where you get what you seek. What you seek is you. What you seek is within you already.
For good or ill. Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Akashic Records Masters, thank you for coming through the entity Val and speaking to our questions today. And Val, thank you for being the vessel for that. It's much appreciated. Lots of wonderful folks listening to this particular work today. And we want to thank you all for being here. Some of you offering questions. Some of you may be getting some answers that you've wondered about. And we want to tell you that we both have beautiful memberships. So you can find out about Val's membership on her Dragonfly Crystals channel. And she also has another channel, Next Level Channeling. And my information is on mine as well. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks. And namaste. Love you all. Yeah. Bye-bye.